What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Wicked Hot. Today is Saturday, October 7th. Have another action-packed episode coming your way. As always, if you're watching live on Twitch, thank you very much. If you happen to be watching on YouTube, our stream can be found at www.twitch.tv/kmurda1114.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. If you weren't able to make it or have to leave early, no worries, because we can also be found on YouTube as well as iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and Google Play. Happy we're back. Give us a shout on Twitter and Instagram at Wicked Hot Talk, as well as our respective Twitter and Instagram handles at the bottom of the screen. Like, comment, subscribe. This is your boy, nihilist Kim Jong-il, John in Boston, and I'm joined by the Godfather K Murda, Kevin, out in Phoenix. What's going on, man?
Hello. This is weird doing it on a Saturday. I don't like it.
I definitely don't like it either. It's like early morning edition coming at you.
Yeah. It's like the news, you know how they have like the B team go on Saturdays? I feel like that's how I feel right now.
You're definitely like the backup people.
Yeah.
You're like the 2 a.m. slot in CNN. That's like
Yeah.
Or it's like, well, we were gonna have paid programming, but I guess you could talk about the squirrel population dwindling.
It's like it's cheaper to pay an anchor than to get paid to do the paid programming.
Exactly. Yeah, so I guess we're still kind of up in the air as far as whether or not this will be the time slot and day that we'll be doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We got Kevin's got some things in the works that hopefully will come to fruition. So we can go back to our normally scheduled programming. But of course, we're always consistently inconsistent. So
yeah.
All right, so let's just jump right into gaming. So Destiny 2's got the first Iron Banner and Prestige Raid that's coming out next week, the 10th. So that's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Tuesday, is always Iron Banner. So they revealed the Iron Banner armor. It looks really, really cool. I said it looks like Gondorian armor. You were saying it looks like samurai armor. So it looks like Gondorian samurai armor. And then it's got like a nice big tree, because that's usually the Iron Banner like logo. Is
yeah,
like
the wolves in the tree is like the Iron Banner thing.
Yeah. So, and one last thing. Well, do you think the symbol is going to be misconstrued as another Aryan symbol?
I know we talked about this. I'm sure somebody will find something offensive about the symbol, even though it's been there for 3 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the armor up on screen.
It looks nice.
I really think that the Warlock armor
is the best one.
It's definitely the best one, and that looks more like the Samurai.
Yeah. The Hunter one looks more like a Ranger, kind of. Although I'm very much into the Hunter one. The Hunter one looks really, really cool.
Yeah, I like the Hunter one too. They've done so much weird shit with the Titan helmets with the horns. Like I'm not a fan of those.
Yeah, I just think of the Crucible guy. What's his name? Shax.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. I don't know. I've never found Vanguard an appealing character.
No. I don't
it's
even
honestly
like the
one of the
Titan's
most boring.
Armor. Like the
I'm sorry, Titan. Yeah. I don't. Why was I saying Vanguard?
I don't know.
The Titan. It just looks like World of Warcraft, like just giant, like ridiculous bulky armor.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. God. The Titan armor just sucks so bad. I never play as a Titan, so I don't really care. I'm always a Warlock or a Hunter.
Yep, same here.
I'm looking forward to Iron Banner, though, because in Destiny 2, it's really hard. Like, there's little caps where you hit it, and it's, like, really, really hard to get better gear. And I'm at that cap right now, and Kathy's at the cap, like, a little lower than me. So, like, we play together. We cannot get higher gear.
Really?
So she doesn't play PvP, so I'm going to have to play Iron Banner on her character to try and get her some shit.
Why doesn't she play PvP?
I think she just doesn't really have the coordination to be like that fast, have to react like super fast to be able to
Does she not normally play video games?
Her first like real dive into video games was Halo. When I got the Master Chief Collection, which was... Oh, no, we used to play ODST on 360. So she's been playing video games for probably 4 years or so.
Okay, so fairly new.
Fairly new, yeah. She definitely doesn't have the speed to play PvP against other even decent players. It's understandable. That happens.
No, yeah, totally. And yeah, shooters are easily like, if you didn't play them when you were a kid, I don't like. Yeah. I'm almost positive like you can't ever really get good.
No,
it's like playing with friends and they're like taking it kind of easy on you. Then you can move your way up as far as being good at something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's that's definitely a thing where you have to play when you're like super young. To be good at. I'm gonna train my kid to be a world class Counter-Strike player.
He's gonna be like doing like deadlifts with controllers or PC rigs.
Yeah.
Also, so final thoughts on Iron Banner.
I'm excited. What was that?
No, I was gonna say, are you at least gonna do the raid with Kathy?
We tried to do the raid, so a bunch of people from work and a couple of my friends and me and Kathy did try the raid. It was really fucking hard because I hadn't watched like anything on the raid, so I didn't know how to do anything. And we were just basically trying to figure it out, and we didn't. Like, we tried for about 4 hours and didn't get past the second stage.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and there's like 5 stages.
God damn.
So, yeah, we need to get higher. They don't call it light anymore. They call it power. We need to get higher power level. And we should be able to do the raid maybe this weekend.
That's kind of lame that they renamed it, though.
There's a lot of complaining about Destiny 2 in the community. It's just not as good as it was in Destiny 1 post Taken King. It's definitely nowhere near as good as it was.
Yeah, I guess the whole we're gonna make content for 20 years or 10 years. I guess that's, well, I mean, it was out the window the minute they announced Destiny 2, so.
Yeah, well, they wrote Destiny 1 for 3.5 years, so they can definitely ride it for 10 years total.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Man, this was also debunked by Target. Another cool thing that I saw, it was actually from GameSpot. So a guy remade The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time with the Unreal Engine. The thing looked so amazing. It looked like better than what's the new one for Switch, Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
It just looks so amazing. He released the demo for download. I think it's just like the first, I don't know. I don't know exactly time-wise, but I know it was like basically the beginning of the game. I tried looking for the download, of course, on his YouTube channel, and the page no longer exists. So this is like mods.
Take it down.
I don't think so, because it's not like he's making money off of it. But this is like mod struggle part 2 for me. It's like now I have to like read all these like manuals, like, well, you got to extract it this way. And first of all, people like I guess it was up and now it's not up anymore. But people were like, oh my God, I don't know how to do this. And the guy's like, oh, well, you need to download WinRAR because it's a RAR file. That's why you can't. I'm like, are you fucking serious? They don't know how to use it. But I mean, look at it. It looks 1,000 times better than Breath of the Wild, I think.
It does, yeah. I can't believe somebody spent the time to do this. That's kind of like the people in the mod Skyrim and do like whole new regions of the map
with like voice actors.
Yeah,
it's like, who has time on their hands to do this?
Yeah, and
because this was one guy. This was one guy.
Yeah, this is crazy.
It wasn't even a team. Because sometimes they have a team where they like hire other modders and they kind of work together. And then they charge for the mods like Creation Club.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of which, they actually revealed the Creation Club for Skyrim and the new content, which is basically copied free content that's now paid.
Jesus.
But yeah, thoughts on Legend of Zelda remake?
That is pretty awesome. I'm sure that the page doesn't exist anymore because Nintendo probably took it down.
Yeah, I agree. Because I know that even if it's not for monetary reasons, Nintendo's basically like, you can't use anything of ours.
Nintendo's very strict. They'll, like, even if you do Let's Plays on YouTube, they'll take them down. Like, you can't even.
You can't even like monetize it?
Nope. No, they'll take it down. Nintendo's a bitch about using their products and their content for your not even monetary gains, just for your channel in general.
Why though?
It's just the way they've always been.
That's such a bitch move.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Just something you always love to say. Such a bitch move.
It is a bitch move.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty. I would have loved to have played it because I know you could only play it on PC. So having Legend of Zelda on PC would be awesome. I really wish Nintendo. I don't know why Nintendo doesn't release things on PC. I really feel like you could cover so much more ground with PC and be much more successful with it.
I don't think they do that because they're trying to sell their consoles. It's kind of
consoles.
It's kind of a catch-22 because Nintendo makes all their own shit, all their own games. That it's like you're never gonna get a Zelda or a Smash game on Xbox or PC. Like they're trying to sell their console, and that's all it's gonna come out for.
Right. No, that's true. Yeah, I guess they don't really have like individual. Well, I guess they do. I mean, there's no like developer that's like Naughty Dog where they only make shit for like PlayStation. It's just like Nintendo makes Nintendo games and Nintendo systems.
Yeah. They're just now recently with the Switch doing, like the NBA 2K stuff, Skyrim's coming out for it. So they're branching off, but they're still a bitch move.
They're allowing other people to come into the fold, but they're not like they're getting all the imports without sending out any exports.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is that sucks because I mean, I'm sure there must be emulators for it. I'll have to try to track some down.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Well, that I guess concludes it for gaming. We'll just jump right into entertainment.
Nice.
I actually renamed it on the outline finally.
Nice.
So speaking of, this is actually kind of a nice little segue from Nintendo stuff. But a live action / CGI Sonic the Hedgehog movie is in the works. Fuck. Are you fucking kidding me, man? I could not believe it when I read this. They used to actually... Only movie that worked like that was Roger Rabbit. And the fact that now it's a Sonic movie, like I can't imagine that's going to do well.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to when I was a kid and I used to watch the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon TV show.
Okay.
I enjoyed that as a kid, but I don't think that is going to translate to a live action movie. I think this is like a waste of money. This is like a crazy waste of money.
The fact that they thought this was a good idea was maybe they were just watching too many like memes on the internet when someone like falls or gets punched in the face and the Sonic rings come out. Is that what it's going to be in like the live action movie?
I'm sure there's going to be some meta in there where Sonic hits something and the rings just fly out of him, or he they fall out of his pocket. There's a hole in his pocket, they fall out. I don't know. They're gonna have like some gimmicky, stupid
he's
thing.
Like at a fucking, I don't know. Where do you like a magic shop? I don't know. Like, where do you say like buy? Or I guess more meta is he's at a jewelry store with his live action or like actual real actor friend, and he like crashes into like a display and rings go all over the place, and you're like, it's so.
I could see that. I could see that. Do you think this is gonna work at all?
No. I mean, I don't think a Sonic, like, just purely CGI movie would work.
No.
That still count. Oh, shit. Is Yui Bold?
I don't know. God, I hope not. I hope not.
Oh man. Yeah, Sonic. Sonic movie. I'm not interested in. I honestly never really even liked Sonic the Hedgehog.
Uh, I like Sonic. We actually got the arcade Xbox 360 thing and came with all the Sonics. They're fucking hard. Even for an adult, they're hard.
Yeah.
And now I remember why I was never into Sonic, because like you get past the first level and then you're done. Because there's no saves, there's no extra lives. It's like when you're done, you're done.
Right.
So yeah, I sucked at that game.
Yeah, I was never very good at Sonic. I remember they had like that Sonic. It was like a open world Sonic game, kind of like how Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, was
You
it
know what I'm talking about?
was it Sonic Mania?
I don't remember. I know it was for Dreamcast though.
Yeah. God, I always wanted a Dreamcast and never got one.
Oh, I played on my cousin's Dreamcast. Yeah, I never actually owned a Dreamcast. I wish I did.
Dreamcast was like the only console where you could burn games and play them straight on the thing. You didn't even need to mod it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
My uncle had a Dreamcast and had like hundreds of games just like burned. Like, where'd you
Really?
get these? Yeah, he's like, you don't need to mod it, because at the time my buddy had a modded Xbox and like burned all of his Xbox games. So when I
You
saw
didn't play multiplayer though on it, right?
no, I don't remember actually.
Yeah, because that'd be. I feel like the multiplayer would be not working for a burned game.
I don't think it did. I don't think we've ever played multiplayer.
Oh, okay. But you're saying something else, and no, you were like, I remember when.
Oh yeah, and then I was like, I saw my uncle have all these burned games. I was like, do you have a modded Dreamcast? And he said no. The Dreamcast natively plays burned games on it. And I was like,
Jesus.
this is why the Dreamcast didn't work.
Do you remember the Dreamcast controller?
Oh yeah, it was like the Duke, the Xbox controller. It was huge.
Except didn't it have like a fucking number pad in the middle? Or it actually had like a screen.
It had like a slot. It had a slot for like a rumble pack or a screen on it.
Okay, yeah, because my cousin had the screen. It's basically like you were holding like a computer in your hands.
I'm gonna Google the controller.
Dreamcast controller.
Damn, it's even bigger than I remember.
That's what she said. Yeah. So as far as Sonic movie, we got way off track. As far as Sonic movie, no, this is gonna be complete and utter garbage. Yep. See the computer screen. Yep.
Yeah, but you have to actually buy the computer screen because it slips in the middle.
Oh, it slips in a slot. Okay.
Another accessory you gotta buy.
Of course. That was the microtransactions of the olden days.
No, those were the good old microtransactions where you didn't even need to buy it.
All right, so let's get into the next thing. So, new Star Wars trailer is rumored for next week. Is that a new Star Wars trailer for The Last Jedi, or a new Star Wars trailer for the Ron Howard Han Solo movie?
It's for The Last Jedi.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I don't want any more trailers, man. Like the one that they have is perfect, because they're gonna reveal. Even though they don't really reveal plot points, you could still kind of piece together like the beginning, middle, and end of the movie.
Yeah, my issue with especially Star Wars doing this, you're not marketing this to anybody. Like whoever's gonna see it is gonna see the movie.
Right,
you're not gonna sell anybody on it with this.
You don't even honestly need trailers because everyone knows it's gonna come out in December.
Yeah,
like that's.
Or just have like a 10-second commercial with the trailer, like
Star Wars logo,
the Star Wars like intro logo, and then coming December 2017.
Yeah,
that's all you need. People are gonna see it. They don't need a trailer to be like, oh yeah, maybe I want to see that movie. You're gonna fucking see it.
Yeah, Star Wars. This looks like an intriguing film.
Yeah, I wonder what that's all about. I think I'll see that. Yeah, this is fucking stupid, and it's gonna be like a fucking 4-minute trailer that's gonna reveal everything.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna do the Monday Night Football route again to boost NFL ratings.
Ooh,
to boost one NFL game.
They might, but I would think if the NFL let them do that, they would have to be like a week in advance having the Star Wars
promo trailer for trailers.
Yeah, like coming Monday Night Football, the trailer.
And it's like, fucking God, this is like how bad it's like Tom Brady throwing a football, and it's like then they show like people with lightsabers. Like it's like a mix of sports. It's like fucking, I don't know. I can't even think of like sports players names right now. But a running back, like this is just like my nerdiness coming out. I'm like, I don't even know anything about sports. Just like a running back running, and it's like one of the Star Wars characters, or like the fucking BB-8 like running, and then it's like coming soon, Monday Night Football, Patriots or something. I don't know. I hate when they do it. I hate especially NBA and TNT does this a lot. It's like they'll show the Avengers like blowing shit up, and then it just shows like LeBron dunking. It's like he's a superhero, LeBron man or whatever.
LeBron man. That's the worst. That is the worst superhero name ever.
Yeah, it is. It's still the morning. I'm low on the witty stuff. Yeah, I hate when sports. Fuck. Like the sports trailer for the Monday Night Football, or see it on basketball tonight, or
and it's always sports. Like they never do that. It's never like new Star Wars trailer coming during the Big Bang Theory. Like nobody nobody cares about Game of
Thrones. If HBO teamed up with everyone, that would be, well, I guess everyone's already watching it, so it doesn't really make sense.
They need to have product placement in Game of Thrones, where it's just like
a lightsaber.
A lightsaber. It doesn't have to be on; it just has to be in the background.
Yeah, or like the hilt is made out of Valyrian steel.
Yeah. And there's just like a Coke can in the background, and you're just like, "Yeah, was that a Coke can?" And you just don't know. You don't know if it was.
The worst, most recent thing I saw of product placement, like blatant, was War of the Planet of the Apes. There's just a scene of like a Coca-Cola truck, like a downed Coca-Cola truck in like the wilderness, and like they're just slowly walking past it. It was, I swear to God, like a 2-minute scene of them walking. Both Marissa and I looked at each other like, Jesus Christ, like, was that really necessary? Just this giant Coca-Cola truck?
I think the worst product placement I've seen is the Krispy Kreme in Power Rangers. It's like the whole movie.
Wait. The new movie?
Yeah.
There was Krispy Kreme could afford to.
You haven't seen the new movie?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my God. The whole movie is a product placement for Krispy Kreme. Like the end scene takes place at a Krispy Kreme.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it's like, they're not even shy about it.
They're like, oh man, these Krispy Kreme donuts are so delicious. I'm glad the light was turned on because that means it's hot.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. And then there's like, there's a scene where Rita is looking for this fucking thing. I don't even remember what it was, but it's buried under the Krispy Kreme. And she's like, where's the Krispy Kreme? And then she sees it, and it like zooms in on the Krispy Kreme, and it's like perfectly lit. Like you could see the sign. Like it's like, it's so blatant. It's so stupid.
I really hate when they do that shit. I mean, it's not as bad as God, we got so off topic. It's not as bad as the Transformers one, where it's like, oh, look at this Transformers. He could turn into a Beats headphone by Dr. Dre. Go to Best Buy. $169.99. Anyway, back to the movie.
Oh man, that was a really I didn't think about that, but that was a really big product placement for the new Chevy Camaro. When the first Transformers came out, is right when the new Camaro came out.
Yeah, it was basically a long car commercial.
Yeah, it was. I wonder how much they paid to have Bumblebee be the new Camaro.
Probably a lot of money.
Yeah.
Anyway, so bottom line is, fuck having another trailer. I don't need to see another trailer. I don't need to ever see a Star Wars trailer. Just tell me just tell me like the programming. It's like, all right, next year there's gonna be a Star Wars movie, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know.
Yeah, I'm putting it in my calendar. I don't need to see a trailer.
Yeah, just give me like a reminder on TV, like you just said, the Star Wars title card coming December.
Yep.
Star Wars title card coming December 17th. Star Wars title card in theaters tomorrow. That's all I need. That's
yeah,
it.
me too. They don't gotta sell me on anything.
No, they don't. And I don't want to see any on-set pictures, no stills. I just want to go on the IMDb page, and anytime I click on Star Wars, it's just like different variations of the title card.
Yeah, there's no other pictures, like not even anyone in character.
Nope, not at all. All right. Anyway, so speaking of franchises, and god damn it, The Rock and Jason Statham are getting a Fast and Furious spinoff movie. I literally put Kevin must hate me to make me talk about Fast and Furious movies.
This was actually
especially spin-off movies.
I actually had more Fast and Furious news to put in this, but I didn't want to have a wicked hot rant from John on Fast and Furious.
You know what? I will keep my mouth shut. What else do you have for Fast and Furious?
So Tyrese posted on Instagram, I think, about how The Rock is taking all these shitty movies and basically delaying the starting shooting of the next Fast and Furious. And
Rock's a hero.
I thought it was funny. Well, Tyrese posted about the new movie that The Rock is doing, and he said, "I hope this isn't going to be another Baywatch." And it was like, yeah, it was kind of like, you got to work with this guy for probably the next 20 years on Fast and Furious. But yeah, it was like, God.
How likely is Tyrese getting killed off in the next movie because of that comment?
Very likely, I would think. But it was kind of funny because Tyrese said after that sentence, he said like, I'm just a movie file, or I'm just a
cinephile.
Yeah, something like that. And I was like, dude, you're making Fast and Furious movies. You're not shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're not making Gone with the Wind. You're making Fast and Furious. And he's giving The Rock shit for making Baywatch when he's trying to get back to work to do Fast and Furious. Like, come on.
Yeah, Tyrese, you do one franchise. That's all he does is Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like he's hurting for money right now, so The Rock needs to stop what he's doing so Tyrese can make his fucking money.
Yeah, he's probably already like spent his advance money for being in the franchise, and now he's like, all right, I need to get paid. So, you know, he first of all plays the same character in every movie, and by every movie I mean there's one movie and he pays himself. So, yeah, you can't hate, like, that's just such hater talk. Like, oh man, I hate that he's so rich and successful and is like in every fucking movie and franchise known to man.
Yeah, the whole comment like really annoyed me and made me hate Tyrese. Because I'm just thinking like The Rock is over here doing his thing, like having his career.
Yeah.
And you're like badgering him to get back to work to make the 9th Fast and Furious movie. Like, come on.
Yeah, they can wait. And I also like that The Rock and Jason Statham got their own spinoff. We're not gonna. Do you think? I think Tyrese was in line to have a spinoff movie, but after this comment, I know The Rock's a stand-up guy and he's not gonna like tell the producers, but the producers will probably just preemptively be like, maybe it's time for him to go.
It's time for somebody to die, and it's probably gonna be Tyrese.
Yeah, he seems like the most like obvious choice for a character to die.
Yeah, because I'm a fan of Ludacris. I don't like Letty's all right. I don't like Paul Walker's wife in the movie.
Oh, but didn't they get rid of her anyway?
I don't know. I haven't seen the newest one. I don't know if she's in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she sucks. No, because they can't include her, and they'll be like, "Oh, where's Paul Walker? Oh, he's at home with the baby." And, plus, it'd be a little poetic if Tyrese would die as well.
I wonder if Tyrese was talking about this Fast and Furious spinoff because the Fast and Furious spinoff comes out before the next Fast and Furious.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the next Fast and Furious is scheduled for 2020, and this comes out in 2019.
Ooh, damn.
So Tyrese must have been talking about this new spinoff, which
Oh,
is even more of a dick move because you're talking shit about the franchise that made you.
oh man. Then he's definitely jealous if he's talking about the spin-off movie.
I I don't know if he was. This just got announced, so he must have been talking about this.
Okay, gotcha.
That's a dumb move.
Yeah, no, it's very stupid. I hate Fast and Furious. They're the worst franchise ever. I hope The Rock just kind of forgets that he has to do them, and then the whole franchise is just like, oh well, we're not coming back. In any case, let's move on to our next thing. So Tarantino, Quentin Tarantino says his 10th film will be his last. Thoughts on that?
That's so stupid. I hate when directors do this because this is to drum up buzz
Demand
for his next movie.
Yeah.
When it comes out, it's going to be like, oh, that's it. You know, he's not doing any more movies. And then he's going to get paid a shit ton of money to do another movie. Although Tarantino's a little different because he always does his own shit. He's never directing somebody else's work.
Right.
So I don't see how that could really work for him. It's kind of like the Liam Neeson thing, you know, where he says he's going to quit action movies and then a week later he's back in action movies making a ton of money. I'm sure that's what's going to happen with Tarantino. There's no way if you're a director and you've made it that you're just going to stop. And he's not that old.
I mean, I get that, but I'm also going to put it this light. I mean, isn't the whole point of becoming rich and famous is so now you can enjoy the fruits of your labor?
I don't think most...
I mean, you retire from a job because you're like, all right, I worked, I saved enough. Like, they work, and, you know, he does movies few and far between, but I'm sure he, like, at least is pretty good about his money, and I'm sure he's got, like, licensing stuff for, like, his movies, so... And he owns his movies, I would think.
I think he does, yeah.
I
would disagree with you because I don't think this is about money at all. I think
maybe he's just tired. He's got money. He's just tired.
It's possible. Yeah, he could just be tired. But when you're a director and you make it like so few do, the last thing that you're going to do is just stop doing it. Because you've done so much work to get to that point. And it's just like, oh, I don't want to make movies anymore. That never crosses somebody's mind who's made it in the film industry.
I will tell you, it crosses against someone's mind. And the reason I bring this up is because I remember reading an interview. I think it was in GQ. I don't know. I don't really. I just saw it on Snapchat. I don't. The GQ thing on Snapchat. I don't actually read GQ. But Aziz Ansari, they were asking him about, like, you know, his show on Netflix and, you know, what's the next thing. He's like, nothing. He's like, isn't the whole point is to get it and then, you know, enjoy it. So he's just kind of traveling the world and doing whatever the fuck he wants. He's like, I don't even know if I'll make another season. He's like, I don't even know if I'll make another fucking movie. Maybe I will later. He's like, I'm just enjoying my life now.
Yeah.
So
I guess it does cross some people's mind.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I will pose this question to make it a little bit more interesting. Do we know what kind of movie the next movie he's doing will be? Was that really ever announced or hinted at?
I don't think it was.
Okay.
I remember him saying in an interview a couple years ago that he wrote something while he was writing Kill Bill that he hasn't made yet. So that might be what he's going to do next.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
My next question to you would be, what would you want the next movie Tarantino would do to tackle? Like, what kind of, because, you know, it's not like he does, like, franchise movies, like he's over here directing fucking Star Wars or something. I mean, like, what kind of, I guess, theme, period kind of thing would you want him to kind of be doing? Because, you know, it's always original shit that he does, so.
It's hard to say because Tarantino does a couple things really well. Like, he does dialogue really well. He does action. Like, his movies all feel very realistic, except for Kill Bill, which I fucking hated.
Okay.
I hated Kill Bill. It's hard to say because his movies are so different. Like, if you take Django Unchained and compare it to Kill Bill, like, they're not similar at all.
No,
And they're like
they're
two
not.
different. Like, it's just so weird. Like, it's hard to find a director that's that robust in what they can do. So I have no fucking clue what he could do next. He could make like a samurai movie, or he can make.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like a 1400s ish,
where Sam Jackson comes to Japan and everyone's like, "Oh man, a black person! I've never seen this before," and then that could be a whole movie.
Yeah, that could be a movie. But
that definitely sounds like the next Quentin Tarantino movie.
It does, yeah. But that would also be a lot like Kill Bill, I think. And his movies are so different that I don't think he would make something that similar.
Okay, so I have a theory. Like not theory, but I think the next movie he should do, because he'll see. I mean, in a sense, he's kind of tackled genres. So he's done westerns, he's done like, just overall like action movies. He's done, things with like ninjas, like Asian style movies with Kill Bill.
Yeah.
He's done crime robberies with Reservoir Dogs and the other movie with Samuel L. Jackson. What the hell is that one called? Like gangster one with Robert De Niro.
Pulp Fiction?
Not Pulp Fiction. Although that works other gangster as well too.
Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown. I think he should either go in two directions. He's always been a fan of Star Trek. So maybe doing something like a Tarantino futuristic kind of movie. As far as like a sci-fi, a Tarantino sci-fi movie. Or we could go with a Tarantino fantasy movie where it's like medieval times Tarantino style. So he's either going to go way in the future or way in the past.
I like both of those, actually. I would like to see, since you don't really see a lot of science fiction space things that are super
original,
graphic, and like violent. I think it would be cool to see one of those. Yeah. And have it be Tarantinoized.
Yeah, no, definitely Tarantinoized. Yeah, so I almost feel like he's definitely going to go more with future stuff, because I know they were always like, oh, why don't you direct like a Star Wars movie or like a big franchise like Star Wars? He's like, I would do Star Trek over Star Wars. So if he could do like a futuristic movie in space or something,
how would you feel if they tapped him to make the next Star Trek movie?
I like it.
Because didn't you like the last Star Trek Beyond? Didn't you like that one?
I did like that one. And Star Trek, I felt like, as far as like as the show and just the overall thing about it, it's not about action, really. It's about the dialogue.
Yeah.
And fuck, it would be so like, it's just like he writes such good dialogue. I could see like him writing the shit out of James T. Kirk. Yeah. But again, I don't want him to do a Star Trek. I'd rather him do kind of like something inspired. All the movies that he's done, he's been inspired by other movies. So if he does a Star Trek inspired kind of movie, that's not the Orville, like how fucking.
Have you seen that yet? I haven't even seen it.
It's so bad.
It looks stupid.
It's so bad. Seth MacFarlane just looks like he's asleep and hates his life.
It's his show though, right? He wrote it. It's his show.
He must have gotten fucked over somehow. Just because he just looks like he fucking hates being there. Either that or he's just like a bad actor when he's showing his face, which is also plausible.
I thought he was decent in A Million Ways to Die in the West.
I hated
that movie. He was all right in it.
All right.
You're not a fan. You're that big of not a fan.
I'm that big of not a fan. Yeah.
Oh damn. All right.
In any case, I think the Tarantino direction like that would be spot on.
Yeah, I like both those ideas.
Cool. All right, and then let's get into our last thing before we jump into our monthly segment. So Jackie Chan wants to make a Rush Hour 4. When you sent me this, I was like, holy shit, this is amazing.
So I heard something else about this.
It's fake. Debunked by Target Executive.
Chris Tucker is in.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That was the next question. Will Chris Tucker return? I know he needs the money, so.
He does need the money. But yeah, so this came out 2 days ago, Jackie Chan, and then yesterday Chris Tucker said he wants to make another Rush Hour movie.
Are you a fan of? Because I thought you don't like Chris Tucker.
No, I like Chris Tucker. I'm a fan of the first one. I thought the second one there was a huge drop off, and the third one I didn't think was good at all.
I actually like the second one a lot.
Really? Yeah, I'm not a fan. I love the first movie. I just wasn't a fan of the next two.
No, I like the first and second one. I think they're both on par with each other. First and second. I hated the third one. I think it's awful. I think if they're gonna make this, they should go back just to China, do it all in China, or bring it back to LA and then finish it off.
I would like to see it in America because there's so much stuff that's happened that they can use for the movie that's happened in America over the last however long it's taken them to make this fourth movie.
Yeah.
I think they can use a lot of shit that's going on right now.
Yeah, true. I definitely don't want it to be like, I still want it to be very like bare bones and like a lot of like martial arts stuff and not too much like over the top shit.
You don't want them to Fast and Furious it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to, because I could already see some like ridiculous, like in the third one when they get off the Eiffel Tower and like that big parachute thing, that was so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep it normal. Let's, these guys are still like normal cops. They're not superheroes.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about with John Wick, and I think the technology is getting so that's the way that movies are leaning to where it's not realistic.
Right.
I'm hoping that Jackie Chan, since he does all of his own stunts still, will say like, this needs to look real. This can't look like I'm flying up on a wire.
Right. Yeah. I completely agree.
So I hope Jackie Chan puts his foot down and doesn't let that happen.
So you want this movie to be all in LA? Because I honestly like the LA China thing from the second one. I thought Chris Tucker in China was funny, and especially now, like China's so much more different too, because it's like so much more modernized than like when we first, like this Rush Hour 2 came out in what, like 2001 or 2002?
Yeah, probably.
So I mean, nowadays it's probably like ridiculous, and I think being able to do both of those things will be a nice close, because you got LA for Chris Tucker, and then you got China for Jackie Chan, and I think that could easily end the whole thing. Also no backstory from like needing to tie the third one with his fucking brother. I hated that whole thing. That it was like Jackie Chan's brother, and the guy, first of all, was Japanese, so he has like a Japanese brother. That was insane. But whatever. I'm getting into like semantics, but.
Do you think they could take it like a whole different route and go to like London or Brazil or something?
No.
I think they could. And I think they would.
I think they could, and I think they would, because they did it with France with 3. I don't think they should. I think it will ruin it.
That would be the next step towards Fast and Furiousing Rush Hour.
Yeah. Rush Hour in Dubai or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No, it needs to be in LA or China or both.
So, what are your thoughts? Are you in on this?
Oh, I'm in. I'm in on this for sure.
Okay.
It just depends who's directing it. I don't want it to be. I want it to be more like really focused on the comedy and not on like these dumb action scenes.
Yeah, and that's what I thought the first one did really well.
Yeah. I definitely still want it to be martial arts centric, and then have like that good comedy between both of them because I think they are electric together.
Yeah, I
Their
agree.
chemistry is just honestly so good. It's kind of crazy how like well they are together.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Chris Tucker in something again.
Yeah, it sucks that he's like not in a lot of things. I don't know why.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's just go ahead and jump into our October monthly movie preview. Obviously, we give you all the previews, our predictions, how we think it's going to do with in a certain month for the fairly big movies that are coming out. So I added this as a last minute ad because we were talking about Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan's movie, The Foreigner. I don't know if you've seen the trailer for it, but it's like basically like the first rated R like Jackie Chan movie, and it looks fucking amazing.
It does look really good.
It's like Chinese Taken.
Yeah. Was this a Chinese movie or is this an American movie? You know?
I don't know. I don't think it's an American movie, but I don't think it's a Chinese. I think it's definitely like a foreign movie.
Pierce Brosnan is the villain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan looks. He ages really well. I mean, not to get all gay, but he's like.
He has great beard too.
Yeah,
his beard game is on point.
Yeah, this movie looks awesome. I'm probably not gonna go see it in theaters, but I'm definitely gonna see this movie. It looks really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably end up seeing it in theaters, but yeah, this is actually one of like the sleeper October movies for me that I'm pretty excited for because honestly, and we'll obviously see with the next couple movies, October's kind of barren.
It really is. Yeah, it was tough to find stuff that I really wanted to talk about movie wise this month.
And I have the next one.
So what do you think? I haven't looked up any Rotten Tomatoes stuff. What do you think?
Foreigner. I think maybe I'm hoping at least like 70 something percent.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Mid-70s for this one.
Yep. All right, so let's go into the next one, which, God, every time I see the trailer for it, I want to fucking like claw my eyes out. Geostorm.
The name alone tells me like this is a sci-fi original movie. Like Sharknado.
The movie opening with Gerard Butler, you know you're in for a shit show. It's so like he must not have money that he's constantly doing this. And honestly, I don't even this movie with Andy Garcia and that other fucking guy from 21, I don't even know his fucking name.
Ed Harris.
It looks so Ed Harris is in this movie?
Yeah. God. It's hard to put this into words. Gerard Butler's movie career, like he needs to fire his agent because he always gets in these worst, like every movie he's trying to top himself with the worst movie that he could possibly make.
Yeah.
Gerard Butler is a good actor.
Yeah.
He has proven it before, long before all these bullshit, what else was there? London Has Fallen.
Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah.
That's the first.
What was the other one? The Egyptian one. Gods of Egypt. Yeah. He's striking out with all these.
Yeah, so Geostorm is the world is controlled, the weather is controlled by a satellite, and somebody hacks into the satellite and starts making like sci-fi-esque destruction. I think this is a Roland Emmerich movie, if I'm not mistaken. This has Roland Emmerich written all over it.
No.
It's not?
Dean Devlin.
Okay. Then forget it.
Let's see what this guy's done.
In any case, the dialogue, the everything, where it's like, we need to kidnap the president. He's the only one that has the codes to the satellite. And then they're driving around, and the guy's wife is the Secret Service agent, And he's like, honey. And then they avoid being crushed to death by a overpass. And he's like, marry this woman. I was like, God. And I hate it when I see this commercial in the movie theater and that line is said. And, all the fucking idiots that go to movies are like, oh, this movie looks awesome.
Yeah.
Anyone, I want this movie to make $0. Why? Just,
You know
I
what's
honestly thought I could go on a wicked hot rant, and I'm just talking about this movie and imagining it. It tires me. I just don't even know what to say.
I'm having the same issue. Like, I can't put it into words how I feel about this movie. It reminds me of The Day After Tomorrow, except a way worse plot.
Yeah.
And that Day After Tomorrow
was bad.
Yeah. This is not going to be good. It's probably going to get I'm guessing in the teens on Rotten Tomatoes.
I might even say like 10%.
Yeah, I would say between 10 and 20%.
Okay.
And that
you don't think lower than that?
The
only
only thing
assholes that are giving it a fresh rating to bring it up to nothing. Like, this should be getting a 0%.
You know what's funny is a movie is bad when it comes out in 2 weeks and no critic has seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it does not have a rating on IMDb. I'm not sure about Rotten Tomatoes, but it doesn't have a rating on IMDb. And that usually happens when a movie is so bad that they don't want to have the critic score bring it down in the box
before
office.
It even comes. Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
So no score is almost worse than having a bad score.
True. All right, so let's get into the next thing. The Snowman. We have that killer thriller movie with Michael Fassbender and also with, what the hell is the guy who plays Jonah Jameson in Spider-Man?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons, playing a British guy, which is weird. I'm kind of still out on this movie. I like Michael Fassbender. I don't like how they marketed this movie.
I don't like the name of the movie. It kind of implies that it's going to be a Christmas movie or a horror movie.
And I don't think it's supposed to be a horror movie at all. It's definitely like a thriller, a crime thriller.
Yeah, no, that's what I gathered from the trailers.
So, because we're smart people, we gathered that from the trailers. But the way they're marketing it is to make it look like a horror movie. With all the flashing of the lights and the sound, like that. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the epilepsy lights where it's like the strobe in your face.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Reveal like some gory, awful thing. I don't know.
I think that's kind of what they did with Mother that just came out a couple weeks ago. We talked about it last month.
Yeah.
They kind of marketed it as a horror movie in the trailers, and it turns out that it was nothing like how they marketed it. It's just a mindfuck thriller movie that has no horror aspects at all. I kind of think that's what they're doing with this, and that it could be a good movie, but the way they're marketing it
makes it look like it's bad because like it's got Michael Fassbender in it, so it's not a horror movie, but it just makes it seem like it's one of those horror movies, and I'm really hoping it does well because I honestly am, despite all of that, still interested in seeing it because I mean crime thrillers are always great. So, and Michael Fassbender is great. So
Val Kilmer's in it.
What?
Have you seen Val Kilmer recently? I didn't even know it was Val Kilmer.
Yeah, but I definitely want to go see it.
Doesn't say. I wonder what he plays. But he's the fourth build.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Val Kilmer, ever since Batman Forever, I've been a Val Kilmer fan for the longest
time. I've never seen Val Kilmer in something I didn't like. Because
he was even in MacGruber.
I love MacGruber.
I know you do.
It's one of my favorite comedies.
Yeah, so Snowman, I'm thinking I'm going to go with 70s, hopefully.
I'm thinking 70s. What really, this is stupid, but what really puts me off about this movie is the title. I think it's a horrible title.
Yeah, it's a bad title.
Even if the killer uses Snowman, like I don't think it should be called that.
The Snowman or Snowman Killer. I don't know. That sounds even worse. That sounds like a direct-to-DVD horror movie.
It does, yeah.
All right. Next on the last two on our list, so we have Suburbicon with Matt Damon, written by the Coen brothers, directed by George Clooney, but still very much has the feel of a Coen brothers movie. Again, up in the air about this one too. I do like Matt Damon. I like the way it's like this perfect little 1950s town. But yeah, I don't know. Thoughts on Suburbicon?
I'm very interested in this. Okay. I'm a big fan of the Coen brothers, obviously.
The last Coen brothers movie I was not a fan of.
What was that?
Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar. I don't think I ever saw that.
It had good parts to it, but overall the movie just seemed like it was like a movie filled with good scenes, but cohesively it just didn't.
I'm a fan of Clooney, although that's a small sample size.
Yeah, that's like the first directing job he's doing, right? Or did he direct something else?
He did The Ides of March.
Oh,
a political movie.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie. Yeah. I'm interested in this. It looks. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna see this movie.
Okay, you're gonna see this movie.
Yeah.
Rating.
It doesn't look like it got good reviews on IMDb.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it's a 4.6 out of 10.
Oh damn. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with 50%.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably gonna be about
50% critic. I'll go with like 69% user.
Yeah, let me look it up and see if it's actually on Rotten Tomatoes. There's some shit going down by you.
Yeah.
Sirens. Shit, it's at 41%.
Ooh, damn.
Wow.
That's not good.
That's sad. That means the movie is really bad because I think
if it already starts off on a bad start, it's not going to get any better.
Yeah, I think having Matt Damon, Oscar Isaac's in it, Julianne Moore, like that's a really good cast.
It's a good cast.
And if they can't bring up the quality of the movie, it's got to be
the writing.
It's got to be a bad movie.
I think then like I said with Hail Caesar, I think they're getting Coen brothers have gotten too weird where like shit just doesn't make fucking sense.
It's like the Wes Anderson thing. Like his shit is weird now.
Yeah.
Although his stuff is pretty well received. Coen brothers kind of going the opposite way.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, and then let's finish off with the last America. Clint Eastwood, America dick stroking movie. Thank you for your service. I hate that title. God, I hate that title so much.
I don't like the title either. I know you don't like the main character.
I definitely don't like Miles Teller, but I will give it the credit that it talks about stuff that doesn't really get talked about, which is PTSD. But
I feel like we've already had this movie. I feel like we've seen it in Jarhead.
We've seen it in Jarhead. We've seen it in American Sniper. So this is a Quentin Tarantino movie. This is a Clint Eastwood movie, is it not?
No, it's not. Jason Hall.
So he's basically just copying Clint Eastwood.
Wait, he was an actor in American Sniper.
Oh God.
Wait, he's the director of the movie? Yeah, he's the director. This is his first movie. Yeah, this is his first movie he's ever made. He's never even made a short film.
Oh God.
Yeah, this is gonna be bad. He's an actor. Like he's been in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Game Day.
He also wrote American Sniper though.
Oh,
so he must be like a military dude.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did write it.
He must have been in the military.
Yeah, he looks like he was in the military.
Yeah, he does. This has to have been produced by like Clint Eastwood, though.
I'm sure Clint Eastwood is somewhere in there because
Yeah,
he was in American Sniper. You know, he's got connections to Clint Eastwood.
yeah, it's a Clint Eastwood, exactly. I mean, yeah, I don't want to like sound like I'm against, you know, like the soldiers or whatever, but I mean, I just I'm so sick of like these depressing like war movies. I don't know. I'm just so like it's like if during the Vietnam era all movies were about Vietnam. Like I'm tired of seeing fucking terrorists and Arabs and shit like being blown up or being like, "Oh, we need to be strong." Like it's just so like preachy, and I hate movies that preach stuff. And it's not even like a political thing. Like obviously this gears towards more of the conservative right wing, like you got to stand up for the flag and all that stuff, but I don't know. It just doesn't really look like that good of a movie. I don't like Miles Teller. I can't stand him.
Have you seen War Dogs?
Yeah,
You didn't like Miles Teller in War Dogs?
he was fine.
You're just not a fan of him as a person, right?
No, I mean I don't know him as a person. I just don't think he's a good actor. And I think he's based on like what he said about himself and movies he's in. He seems like he's a cocky fuck, and he really shouldn't be because he's like a whatever actor in like whatever movies.
Yeah, I think he gets lucky. Like Whiplash, the guy. I don't know if have you seen Whiplash?
Yeah, but J.K. Simmons was the best part of that movie.
He was definitely the best part, but Whiplash was based off of a short film that another actor that I've seen before was in, and he was really good. That's why I was surprised that he got taken out. Yeah. So Miles Teller kind of gets lucky with these because the guy that was in Whiplash before Miles Teller was really good, and I feel like the best part of War Dogs was Jonah Hill.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the problem with Miles Teller, like I'm not saying he's a bad actor. He's just like he just does his job and goes home. He's not like out like, oh man, like he was so like he helps keep it together. Like he's not awful, but at the end of the day, I'm not like, oh man, Miles Teller was so good. He's just like, no, he did his job, and Jonah Hill was better. And it's like, no, he did his job, but J.K. Simmons was the best part of the movie.
Yeah, you're never going to watch a Miles Teller movie and being like, oh my god, he was so good in that. It was always like, oh my god, J.K. Simmons was so good, or Jonah Hill was so good.
Yeah, and I think that's what he's trying to do with this movie. This Thank You for Your Service, but I'm not interested in the topic. It's just it's too much. The veteran Iraq, Afghanistan stuff has been oversaturated to the point of like, well, we're still in this conflict. I don't want to see more stuff. Like I go to the movies to like get an escape, and this is just not for me. I mean, if it's your thing, cool, but not for me.
Yeah, I feel the same way. The last war movie that I really liked was Hurt Locker, and I think every movie after that that kind of covers this war that we're in right now, it's like I don't really want to. We're living it right now. I don't really want to see a movie about it.
Yeah, let's watch wars and like do America stuff against fighting the Nazis in World War II. Like I could do another World War II movie. I could do another World War I movie. I can do stuff where we won the war. Like let's do more of that. Not like we're still in it for like fucking 15 years.
Yeah.
It's enough already.
Yeah, I agree.
So Rotten Tomato score on this one?
I'm thinking 40s, 30s or 40s.
Really, 30s or 40s?
Yeah.
I was gonna say high 50s.
I'm thinking this movie is gonna be like a pandering tearjerker type movie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And I don't think that's gonna be well received.
I can already see the Rotten Tomato scores where it's like it tries to make light or like bring attention to certain things, but unfortunately it falls with just being too full of itself with trying to bring about that message. It's like it's gonna be one of those matches like PTSD, bad, feel sorry, start crying. It's like it's not gonna have much depth aside from that.
Yeah, when does this come out? October 27th. Okay, it's a little alarming because there's no Rotten Tomato score.
Oop.
Huh. That's weird. Yeah, that might be a bad sign for the movie.
Definitely bad sign. Okay, well, let's go ahead and jump into sports, conclude the monthly movie preview. So the first thing here we have here is, I don't know, how do you say this guy's name? Kenyon
Martin.
Kenyon Martin blasts Jeremy Lin for trying to be black. The reason he said that is because Jeremy Lin has dreads. So I hope Kenyon gets mad at every hippie ever and every white person that doesn't wash their hair and make dreads out of it.
I think I read something that dreads were invented by white people. Like,
I mean, sure.
hundreds and hundreds of years ago, but not like it's
because
not.
You know who had dreads, right? The Caledonians and the Picts in northern England or Scotland area.
Yeah, so
like Boudica, like the people that like painted their face blue and shit.
Yeah,
they had dreads.
So it's really a white thing. It was a white thing.
Brush up on your Dark Ages.
Yeah.
Brush up on your Dark Age history. Caledonians ain't got nothing on you.
I hate when somebody says this person's trying to be black or this person's trying to be white. I can't stand that.
So it's kind of nice because Jeremy Lin came back and was super classy. He was like, look, I understand what you mean. I'm not trying to do this. And by the way, I had a poster up of you when I was a kid, and I look up to you. I don't know why. The guy was an all-star once, and yeah, he was the first pick in the first round or whatever, but like, I don't even know who the fuck Kenyon Martin is until just researching him now.
Yeah.
Again,
he played for the Nuggets for a long time.
Yeah, he played for the Nuggets for a long time, and he was drafted by the Nets. But Lin says that he loves his Chinese tattoos, which was great. And by the way, before I get into the last point, half of everyone who gets Asian letter tattoos, I'm convinced it's like random words on their body. I'm an Asian character tattoo truther. Like,
yeah, you know what's funny is
that says like cup or something.
There's somebody was wondering if people in China or Japan wear shirts with American words on it, like just words.
Yeah, they do.
And yes, they do. There are shirts that just say cup or chair.
Should.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It's not even like an object. It's always like some random word.
Yeah. That it's so weird to me because I know it's weird to them when they see like a tattoo of a Chinese symbol and it means like wood or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I need a calligraphy expert to be like, tell me what this is before I tattoo it on my body.
Exactly. Yes.
But another funny thing was that Lil B, the bass god, cursed Kenyon Martin. So he's done. And by the way, Kenyon Martin actually did apologize. So Lil B's curse did work.
I think the way that Jeremy Lin handled it was really classy. And I mean, Kenyon Martin looks like a dipshit right now. Yeah, especially since he has Chinese writing tattooed all over his arm.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to say, oh, you're trying to be black when you have Chinese writing on your arm and you're black and you're like...
Permanent writing.
Yeah.
Lin can easily change his hair when he feels like it.
Yeah. That's why I hate when somebody says, oh, you're trying to be like this. Like, no.
Race.
Yeah.
It's like, I just like it.
Yeah. He likes the hair. Let him fucking wear it.
Kenyon Martin, when I buy Jordans, does that mean I'm trying to be black? Only black people can enjoy having sneakers? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's just dumb shit. Like, just saying dumb stuff.
That's something he never, even if he thought it, he never should have said it in public.
No, he really shouldn't have. I also like how Jeremy Lin's like, because we're both, he was like, in his apology, he was saying we're both minorities, so, talking about this. I don't know.
Yeah.
He just definitely looks like a fucking idiot right now, for
Yeah,
sure.
especially the way that Lin responded. It makes Kenyon Martin look even more like a dipshit.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
It's like go back to being retired and like, is he even doing anything, or is he just
I don't think
talking?
he's just talking. I don't think he's played in at least a couple of years.
Yeah, since 2015.
Yeah.
Saying I don't know if he like works in like production or something like that.
I don't think so. I don't know why the fuck anybody was even talking to him. He's not relevant anymore.
Yeah. Anyway, so concluding with that, let's just get into some MLB playoff stuff because your boys are killing it right now.
Last night was not a good.
No, last night wasn't. But as far as the wild card game against the Rockies, you guys were behind, and you came back. And Archie Bradley, he basically is now your playoff hero. Tripled against Pat Neshek.
Yeah.
So that's pretty nice.
You know what's funny? I heard on the radio that the whole Neshek Greinke thing from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I heard on the radio that they were wondering if Neshek was going to get the home run or the triple ball that Archie Bradley hit and have him sign it. I was like, man, I probably would if I were Neshek. I'd get the Archie Bradley signature on that.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that game was so entertaining to watch, and then last night's game was just fuck. I was frustrated after the first inning.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. I still believe in the Dbacks, but yeah, it's pretty bad. And what's it called? Fuck, now I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So moving on from the D-backs, let's go ahead and talk about the Indians for a little bit. Trevor Bauer, you said is like the best starting pitcher.
Trevor Bauer, yeah, he went 6 2/3 and gave up no runs.
Yeah.
And that's like the best pitcher in baseball right now.
Yeah.
Because nobody seems to make it out of the fourth inning.
No, it's been pretty bad. It was nice to see the Indians beat the Yankees.
Twice now.
Twice. And
last night's game. Did you see the grand slam from last night's game?
No, I didn't.
It was fucking insane. So the Indians were down by 5. Guy comes up, hits a grand slam. Then like they just fucking roll over the Yankees. Like the Yankees had it in the bag. Then the guy gives up a grand slam, and it was over. Like I don't see the Yankees winning a game against them.
I don't either. Just like how I don't see the Red Sox getting out of this series with the Astros.
The Astros look so fucking good. Like they look unbeatable.
They really do. Chris Sale got rocked for game 1. He was awful. And Drew Pomeranz last night was even worse because he was out in the second inning. I think now the Red Sox are gonna, and this isn't like me like being like, oh, the Red Sox stink. I mean, they do. They're not good. But I think they get stuck in this now mentality of the we're finished. And that's it.
Like they kind of
they're
give
in the
up.
where. Yeah, they really do. They kind of roll over. I mean, I think David Price is pitching tonight. Or yeah, is it no tomorrow night?
It's tomorrow. No, they're off today.
Okay.
It's NL only today.
Okay. Which we'll get into that. So yeah, the Red Sox, they're done.
Yeah, the Red Sox they don't look good. I'm not going to say they look bad, but they don't look good, and the Astros look so fucking good. Like, after seeing the Astros play, I don't think they can be beat. Honestly, I think the Astros are probably going to win.
The World Series?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? Jesus.
After I was like, no, the Astros are fucking done. They're not going to do shit in the playoffs.
Do you think the hurricane fuels?
Yeah, they're a baseball team fueled by hurricanes.
All right, and let's get into the last thing. So you have here fuck TBS. I think I know why. I had to research a little bit. So is it because the Cubs can only be seen on TBS, which means you have to buy cable or a subscription service to watch any Cubs play?
No, not only the Cubs, all of the National League playoff games are on TBS.
Oh, okay.
So I had to, since I don't have cable and TBS is a cable channel, it's not like Fox where you can just, get an antenna and get it. I had to finagle a login to watch TBS, and Watch TBS is the worst app ever. And I always thought Watch ESPN was the worst app ever. Watch TBS tops that. It's fucking terrible. And watching the Diamondbacks game last night on Watch TBS, every half inning it would freeze and I would have to restart it. Is a pain in the ass. I hate that baseball games can be on not network channels. It's bullshit. I think if they're going to have, especially in the Arizona market where the Diamondbacks are on, put it on Fox too, so the people in Arizona don't have to have fucking cable to watch their home team play.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
So yeah, fuck TBS. I haven't liked TBS since they stopped having the Braves exclusively.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be really weird because... Oh, wait, no, because the World Series is on Fox.
Yeah, I think it is. It's only the National League stuff that's on TBS.
Okay, all right.
So the whole fucking NLCS, everything.
Which, by the way, the TBS, HUD is, the worst HUD ever.
It really seemed like the Watch TBS app is an afterthought, just like all of their graphics and stuff.
Yeah, no, their graphics are honestly one of the worst I've seen. And it's so clunky. It's weird. It's like I'm watching TV back when they started first knowing how to do graphics.
Yeah, the TBS announcers are definitely not the first-rate announcers either.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a bunch of guys that have probably never watched a Diamondbacks game. They don't know how to pronounce their names. It was like I was cringing watching it because the pitcher last night his name's Taijuan Walker, but Taiwan is spelled really weird, and the guy couldn't pronounce his fucking name right. Didn't you do any pre-production research on how to pronounce the guy's name that you're going to say 1,000 times?
Again, this is why I think that they should keep announcers in the same markets.
I agree. That's a perfect example of, you can put it on TBS and have your national announcer, but also in Arizona and LA, put it on Fox and have that market's announcer for those people to watch.
Yeah.
It can't be that difficult.
Yeah. No, I'm 100% behind that. So, all right, so let's close things up with a little what you're watching, and then we will shut her down. So Kev, I'm assuming what you're watching is obviously the Diamondbacks tomorrow or tonight.
Tonight, yes. I'm not sure when it is, but yeah, I'm definitely watching the Diamondbacks game. Other than that, going today to get some Halloween decorations and gonna be decorating all weekend because it's Kathy's favorite holiday, so we gotta do it right.
Nice.
What about you?
I'd probably be lying if I say I'll watch the Red Sox.
Damn.
It's to this point where they're not even fun to watch. It's even if they were good and lost, I'd be okay with that. But it just reminds me of last year when I went and spent money to go to the ALDS in Fenway, thinking I would at least have a great time. And David Ortiz didn't even fucking get a hit. He didn't even get a home run. Everyone was fucking awful. It was, and this is how it is at the moment. I mean,
yeah,
it's pretty demoralizing just to see how much they clearly just almost don't really care because they're in this well, we lost, we're losing, blah blah blah.
Yeah, you have this. I think you have the same mindset that I have about the Arizona Cardinals. It's watching them isn't fun. It's just nerve-wracking. It's watching people that you can tell they're not trying as hard as they possibly can, and their hardest they possibly can is not even as good as the next team.
Yeah. And I mean, it could be just because they're going against the Astros, but I said that about the Cleveland last year. It's because they are just not as good. That's just the truth of the matter.
Yeah. It's weird that the Yankees got the wild card, and the Red Sox actually won the division.
Yeah, because the Yankees are actually doing way better.
Yeah. Although the Yankees are probably going to fucking lose anyways.
I think they'll get swept by Indians, for sure.
I think they will, too. I'm fine with that because I hate the Yankees.
Yeah, I hate the Yankees, too. Which, by the way, have we heard anything from our boy, LeBron? Well, he must be conflicted in this series.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm going to have to do some off-camera research on that one.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and close things out. So to everyone that stuck around, no one, but thanks again for watching. If you happen to be listening to the audio version, the recorded version on YouTube, will this be posted on YouTube?
Yeah, I'll put it on YouTube.
Okay. All right. Keep in mind that you can always catch us live on Twitch via twitch.tv/KMurda1114. And to all those live audience members who want to re-listen, we can be found on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, and of course, YouTube. All your Wicked Hot status updates and news, give the show a follow at Wicked Hot on Twitter and Instagram, or Wicked Hot Talk, I'm sorry, as well as our respective Twitter and Instagram handles. We hope to see you again maybe next Saturday. TBD time.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, just give us a follow and we'll let you know.
Oh, is that it? Were you done?
That was it.
Okay. Bye, everybody.